Hello, welcome to the beautiful country of Costa Rica. This is my Airbnb in the amazing town of Montezuma. We're only 10 minutes from the Pacific Ocean. So let me tell you how to have a good time in Costa Rica. First thing you're gonna wanna do is get a rental car. You're gonna wanna make sure it's four-wheel drive because the roads here are pretty crazy. So the first place you're gonna wanna go is La Fortuna, and a great place to visit is the Mystico's Hanging Bridges. About $35 a person, but the bridges are pretty cool. You get to walk across these great landscapes, and the views are pretty incredible. You get to look out on the volcano and everything, so that is awesome. One thing to note, the rain can be pretty chaotic. Help me, Jesus! Costa Rica has the rainy seasons, but La Fortuna itself is actually in opposite of what the rest of Costa Rica's rainy season is. So just keep that in mind when you're planning your trip. The next thing in La Fortuna is the hot springs. There is a free hot spring right outside of a resort. You pretty much just park your car, pay $10 or something, and then you just walk down and get in the hot springs. And that is probably one of the dopest things that we did on the whole trip. One thing that was pretty cool about our trip, we stayed in an Airbnb that was just a dome on the top of a mountain and like a little basement built in underneath where we had a super nice rock tub. The next thing you can do in La Fortuna is visit the Rio Celeste waterfall. It is considered one of the greatest waterfalls in Costa Rica. After that, you're gonna want to make another waterfall stop. It was a waterfall that you can stop and swim in. You just get to enjoy this beautiful view and sit, have food, jump in the water. You can spend your whole day there. It's incredible. Next, you're gonna wanna go to Montverde. We were lucky enough to be there during this great sunset, looking over the lake and the mountains and everything. And then the other thing to do there is visit the Cloud Forest Reserve, which was by far the best hike that we did. And when you're in Montverde, I highly recommend you stop at the restaurant called Bon Appetit. It's a little Italian restaurant and one of the fanciest restaurants I've eaten at in a foreign country. And there's some stray cats and dogs that will come and play outside the window, which it was great entertainment.
Good boy.
And then you're gonna want to make your way to Montezuma, which was my favorite place in the country. And while you're in Montezuma, you have to check out the Montezuma waterfall. Finally, the last thing I would recommend is booking a boat trip to Isla Tortuga. I think it's maybe 50 kilometers away, but by boat, it's only a 35-minute trip. We did that and it was incredible. We went snorkeling. We just got to swim around some rocks and see tons of fish. And then you get to spend like 2 hours on the island. You know, the beach at Montezuma, that's like a fun place. But the beach at Isla Tortuga, that's like a super high-end, fancy beach. And also, when we were coming back, we also saw some whales dipping out of the water. So that was super cool. And specifically, you should book with Blue Line because that's where we went. They served amazing food. They were super cool, super nice people, and just really made the experience incredible. And lastly, when you're in Montezuma, you should book this Airbnb. This is called the Casito Mariolas. It's just a, as you can see, awesome little tree house in this awesome landscape. Unfortunately, going back to America tomorrow.